Hi, long time no see. How is everyone going? I'm gonna see if I can like move my laptop over slightly just so that when I'm looking at my laptop like this, it's not quite as like to the side. Because that's a little bit better, I feel like. And I still have the instructions, although half my laptop's falling off. Hi, I know that like I look slightly blurry. My camera just refuses to focus on my face. Like, look, sorry, I'm getting really close to my microphone. Hi, it's been so long since I have done a proper YouTube live stream. Like, this is intense. Like, it's been so long that I'm looking at the little chat box function and I'm thinking I need to change the color because I have a new wall now, which is a lot brighter. Like, if I make it white, I think it might actually be easier to read. We'll see how this goes. Once it refreshes, we'll find out. But hi everyone, how are we going? Hi Jamie, Sam, Zard, cool shirt, thank you Lily. I literally put it on just for this, I'm not lying. Camera, stop focusing on my microphone. What if I get rid of it? Will we focus on me yet? What are we doing? Hello, is that slightly better? You know what? Screw it, I'm gonna be slightly blurry this whole time because you know what, I'm not getting up to do it manually. So got the Chinese apple Fanta for this stream. Love that. Just banana, you are alive. It's been so long. I'm seeing so many names that I remember, like Mega and Mustard Jedi, Brick Boy, how you doing? A lot has happened. I mean, a lot, I know. Like I was literally thinking about it and I was like, have I even streamed since I moved? Like I'm trying to remember. I don't think I have. It's literally been like outside of members streams. When was the last time? You wanna know what I got up to today? I'll tell you right now. So, of course, as always, you know, guys, I had some stream issues because I got back home half an hour ago because I decided to work from Epcot today. I had like a bunch of editing to do, so I took my laptop and I went to Epcot. I saw someone do it on Instagram and I was like, you know what, I want to try that. Definitely using my free will and my Florida residency status. So I went to Epcot and I worked there, and then I got in line for Guardians and I was like editing like Instagram reels and like doing stuff on my phone while I was in line, and I'm having to like fight people in the Guardians line because everyone's trying to push through. I didn't fight anyone actually, I just let people go. But I did that, and then I went to Magic Kingdom and I had to film some stuff. Took little Cinderella with me, so I was one of those people who had a pocket fig today. Can't say that. Then I went to Disney Springs for a little bit, checked out the pab wall, ate some dinner, and then came home. So I quickly got changed into this shirt, so I'm feeling festive, but that's what I've been doing today. Lily said she's backpacking around Asia. That sounds really fun. Brendan, to be honest, I have not gone on Discord in ages, so much so that, guys, in case anyone didn't know, I'm a part of a lug now. If you don't know what that means, look, neither did I for a long time. It's called LEGO User Group. I'm a part of one of them and I haven't checked the messages, and if I didn't have my friends that I see regularly a part of those groups as well, I wouldn't know what was going on. I have been really out of it. I haven't seen anything on Discord. My bad. Sorry, my last stream was April 2025. That's a long time ago. And yeah, I moved a lot the last few years. It's been wild, but I'm really happy that I'm like, feeling a little settled now. How was the F1 race? It was fantastic. I had such a good time. I literally filmed like a little Instagram reel yesterday about like basically like giving tips for Miami, because I am going to Miami in 2 weeks, which is really exciting. 2 weeks tomorrow. I'm only doing 1 day this year, but Australia was fantastic. And I almost bought this car in Australia. I saw it at the like largest Lego store. By the way, I did all the boring part already, like just the base, the black base. This is the second ever Technic set I've built. So we might be here for a while, even though we only have 4 bags to do. But it was a great time. I had a fantastic time in Australia. It was my first time at the Australian Grand Prix, and it was the best, and it was so good that I am gonna try and go again next year. Woo, it's expensive. It's expensive. Spider Bro, well, welcome. I haven't done a live stream in a very long time. So, you know, I don't blame it for you for being your first one, because it's been a long time. So, you know, hi JJ, how you doing? Second second one. It has. It's been so long since a race, and I literally had to look up how close we actually are, because I was like, it feels like it's been an eternity. And like, fair enough. I'm glad they did cancel the Middle Eastern races, because that would be horrific if they didn't. But yeah, it's been so long. Like, on a personal note, I'm just like, dang, is this what it was like before? Like, this is what my life was like before I became an F1 fan. This is so boring. It's much more enjoyable now that the sport is a lot more of a regular thing for me in my life. Not to mention the fact that like LEGO have an F1 partnership, so I feel like I'm just surrounded by it all the time now. We literally went 0 to 100. Now, speaking of F1 races, since I guess I'm building an F1 set right now. So fun fact, while we were talking about the Australian Grand Prix, I got back from the race in Australia, which, my gosh, I haven't even talked to my channel members about this because I've been slack. My bad. But so Australia Grand Prix. Firstly, I got back from the Sunday on race day, and I immediately, I'm not even kidding, literally the second I got back, I started looking at Miami tickets and Austin tickets. I was at the track and I was looking at Austin tickets. Now, the second we got back, I was like, guys, we got to get to Miami, because at this point there were rumors about the Bahrain and Saudi Arabia races being canceled, but nothing had been confirmed at this point. And I was like, well, what happens if the races get canceled, right? And there's been such a big update, and like all of the cars are fresh, like anything could happen, and like we're so close, it's literally only 3 hours away. I was like, what if we just did Saturday? Saturday's cheaper. There's a lot of support races going on. You know, there's 2 sprint races, there's some qualifying sessions. Like, we just gotta go. And we booked tickets that night, very impulsively. But I'm glad we did, because F2 is now happening there, which is really exciting. There's an F2 sprint race on Saturday. I loved watching F2 live. That was so fun. So it's gonna be great. I cannot wait. It should be good. This is my second Technic set. Oh yes, so the first one was also an F1 set. I have not branched out, but man, I have a really big appreciation for Technic sets. Like, I still hate Technic inside like Lego system stuff. That is the worst. But a like specialty Technic set, way better. Way better. I've come to realize how calm a Sunday can be. I love that for you. I love Sunday. Are you happy where you're at now? I am. I say that. I feel like I'm going through a slight crisis. Now, I've known for a while that I'm like, oh yeah, you know what? Florida, it's a temporary place. Like, you know, I'm not going to be here forever, but it is visa reapplication year this year. And it's gotten me kind of like fired up in a way. I'm like, okay, well, like if Florida is not the state I want to be long-term, and I do end up staying in the US, where do I want to go? I have not experienced enough of the country to figure it out. I have no idea. But otherwise, at least for right now, for this year, very happy. And I did have actually a nice appreciation for Florida earlier when I was riding Guardians on my working day out. So that was very fun. Oh, Gabriel Bortoletto. He was so talented. I can't remember if I've got him on my fantasy team or not. He's doing really well this year though. I am very impressed with Gabby Bortoletto. But yeah, so if you didn't know, I have just spoken about it for 5 minutes, but maybe you've just come in. I went to the Australian Grand Prix this year. If you don't follow me on Instagram, you should. I posted a lot of stuff about it on there. I went, now this is my first Australian Grand Prix. I'm so glad I went. Oh my gosh. So it was a whirlwind experience, right? So basically, oh, absolutely, Chad. I made a mistake on my Ferrari, and it took me like 10 minutes to figure out where it was and take it apart. It was a bit ridiculous. I did it though. But so yes, so basically the Australian Grand Prix, before I went to the Grand Prix, I went to Bricktastic, which is a English Lego convention. It is the biggest in the UK, and it's held in Manchester. And I'd always heard about it. I was like, oh yeah, it's like a huge convention, whatever. Didn't realize that it was quite as big as it was. Did that, had a fantastic time. Loved Bricktastic, got to see a bunch of my British friends, which was really good. See a bunch of the Europeans that I'd met at Skirbeck, which was awesome. got to go exploring, got to go see my family, awesome time, met so many new people, saw so many incredible mocks. Everyone was so friendly, like it was incredible. Also, Lego has a presence there now, which is really cool. So they had like a smart brick demo, which unfortunately I didn't get to go and do. So, whoops, I dropped a piece. But Bricktastic, man, let me tell you, if you are in Europe or you want to travel internationally for a convention, don't know why you'd want to do that. I say, knowing full well that I do that all the time. Definitely recommend. Where does this go? Oh, like that. Okay. Technic, man, this is going to be an impossible task to finish. Have I done this wrong? Probably. Like that? Definitely like that. All right, this is the problem with this thing. I feel like I need to focus more. I don't know why I decided to do a live stream on this, but here we are. Anyway, Bricktastic was great. Something's wrong again. What have I done wrong? I didn't put it high enough. Gotcha. Anyway, Bricktastic was great. Had a fun time. And then I went from Bricktastic immediately to Sydney, spent a week with my family, and then flew to Melbourne for the Grand Prix. The second I touched down in Melbourne, I felt like I was like in this F1 bubble, basically. Every second ad, F1 related, if not every single ad I saw. It was ridiculous. The entire city was going crazy. I went to like the quad lock pop-up, and I got to see the Oscar Piastri helmet, and there was just a crowd of people surrounding that building. I could have sworn Oscar might have been inside, so we ended up eating at an Italian restaurant across the street, which was actually really good. And while we were eating at that Italian restaurant, one of the F2 teams was in there, and we like see this guy, and I'm like, that has to be an F2 driver. Like, you know, he's very tall, very skinny. He has a European face. So we looked it up. Turns out his name's Roman, and he got promoted to F2 this year. So if that's not a perfect summary of like what Melbourne is like during Grand Prix week, I don't know what is. I literally ran into the old Alpine team principal when I was just walking back to my seat, because now he's working with F2. I ran into Jack Dewin at LAX. That was fun. And Jensen Button was there. I didn't ask for a photo with Jensen Button, but I did ask for one with Jack. I also saw Jack just like in a G-Wagon driving around. It was insane. But needless to say, Grand Prix experience was fantastic. And then our Airbnb that I booked, now I had a fiasco with this. I booked a place early, got a really good deal on it. Then of course, Airbnb, right? Shady as all heck. Cancelled literally on the day I was flying to Australia to go home for Christmas. So I was stressing out. And I'm like frantically trying to rebook somewhere, thinking it was a good deal. Turns out the currency had actually changed, and I was no longer booking it in Australian dollars. I'd booked it in US dollars. So it was actually considerably more and cost me like $1,000 for my third for an entire, like almost a week, which was insane. Turns out that Airbnb was the location was fantastic, and it was pretty good value overall. The location was like right next to the Ritz-Carlton. So every time we exited the Airbnb, there was a swarm of people outside the Ritz-Carlton because Aston Martin, Williams, who else was there? There were a few other teams that were staying there. And it was ridiculous. Like I ended up seeing Carlos Sainz run into the hotel. I just saw him for a split second and I saw his hat, but I was like, whoa, that's Carlos Sainz. That was awesome. Also, in like the same vicinity, there was like a bunch of like Asian restaurants. Basically, it was fantastic. The food options in this area were fantastic. Like it was a bunch of Asian restaurants and I could not have been happier. And one of them was called Pepper Lunch, and we just like stumbled upon, we like saw it, it's near our building. We're like, all right, we'll try it out. If you've been there, it's like right next to a Lune Croissant, which is like a fancy pastry place in Melbourne that everyone loves, which we also went to. But we went to this place called Pepper Lunch, and I sat down. I have not stopped thinking about this restaurant since I got back. Basically, it's like self-serve teppanyaki. They give you a giant cast iron skillet and they just like plop it in front of you, and there's rice and there's steak, like thinly shaven steak. That's the one I got. There's also like steak chunks you can get, and corn. And the first time I got the chicken katsu curry. No, I got the curry version. That was tasty. The second time I just got like the pepper rice. Oh, it's so so good. I have not stopped thinking about it, and I came back and I was like, I need to make this at home. I then find out it's a chain, and there's actually one in Tampa. So if I'm never in Tampa, I'm going, because this restaurant, man, I love it so much. I took so many photos of the food as well. It was fantastic. I know that there's some in like California and Texas. It's beautiful. And then I started to get videos about it on my TikTok feed. So clearly my For You page was really built brick by brick here. I was very excited. It was great. I agree, Zad. I wish Jack got more time. I mean, look, I wouldn't be surprised if he subs in for Esteban at some point this year, and I would feel sad for Esteban, but at the same time, Ollie is demolishing him, and I would love to see Jack doing back. Hi, Spruce. How you doing? My gosh, it's like a reunion in here. G-Fet, sorry. I have seen that there is a rumored Harry Potter Ministry for Magic. I'm excited to see what it looks like. Now, I don't know about you guys, because I feel like I haven't had anyone's like opinions on sets for a long time, because I haven't posted like rumor videos, and I haven't really done like city chit chat videos. Like I filmed one the other day for the second channel, so that will be up. That's about Star Wars. But in terms of Harry Potter, like I never bought Hogsmeade, right? Like usually previously, like I'd bought the big D2C sets, I bought the Hogwarts Castle sets. For a while, I kept buying every sets to make reviews on them. And I just kind of stopped because I was like, there's so many sets that I just don't care about, and I don't want to spend the money on it. So I was like, you know what? I'll keep buying every Hogwarts because I love the Hogwarts system. I will sell a couple of them once the system's wrapped up. Like I'm not keeping the flying lesson. Don't care about that. I'll probably sell some of the small classrooms as well, but otherwise, like I do plan on keeping the majority of them. I'm also gonna sell like the mini Diagon Alley sets, but for now I'm like enjoying them. But Hogsmeade came out and I just couldn't bring myself to buy it. I saw it in person at a Danish Lego store in Copenhagen, and it looked really cool. Like I really like it. I do want to get the minifigures from it. In fact, I like realized I was like, oh, I don't have these and kind of want them, and added them to a Bricklink wish list the other day. But there was just something about it. I was like, I don't really care. Like I want one of every like individual minifigure, but it's really gotten to the point, and this is inevitable with Harry Potter, just there's not a lot of stuff that you can make. And I feel like we're kind of stretching it thin. And like I've had talks to the designers about like the theme and everything. And like I know that like they don't have complete creative freedom with the theme. Like it's the same with Star Wars. Like, you know, they've got to kind of listen to the superior, which in Star Wars' case is Lucasfilm, and Harry Potter is Warner Brothers. I'm interested to see if they do anything for the TV show at the end of the year. But I don't know. I was just kind of like, okay, whatever. But I do really want to see the Ministry of Magic. Like I love seeing what the sets look like, even if I'm not going to buy them. Like I do get a lot of joy in that. So I'm excited. And most importantly, I'm excited to see what minifigures they do, because I feel like we kind of done all the named characters. Shrek. Oh good, I'm glad we are getting Shrek. And yes, Zod, Ollie is very close. They just love giving him penalty points. Like he's gonna be real careful. But yes, I saw that the Shrek set got leaked. I almost made a video on it yesterday, but like, I feel like there wasn't that much to say with it. That being said, I do really want to talk about Lego Shrek. So firstly, the fact that Lego Shrek is a thing, if you didn't see it, basically Lego Shrek got leaked. I don't know if the photos are still online. I saw them on Brickclicker's Instagram. So if you haven't seen it, go and look there. I think like Lego Korea leaked it or something like that. I'm so excited for Shrek. Like, huh? This is gonna be so good. Like, it's no surprise that Lego Shrek is happening. Like, if Lego weren't gonna make it an ideas project, of course they were gonna do it themselves. They're not dumb. Also, Universal, like they've got partnerships with Lego now. Like they've done Wicked before. They've done Despicable Me, which I totally forgot. We have a Gru minifigure, like an actual adult Gru minifigure. I need to get him. I almost bought him the other day as soon as I remembered. So it's no surprise that Shrek was coming. The CMF is going to be fantastic. I am going to buy every single one of them, and I really hope that, I can't remember if there was a list or not, so if there was a list of the characters, please let me know. I want the fairy godmother so badly as a minifigure. Also, like, man, imagine if they do Fiona and she has like molded ogre head, but like her accessory is human head and hair as well. That would be so cool. The Puss in Boots minifigure in the like buildable set looks so out of scale. It's kind of funny. And I don't know. I'm a little disappointed that it's an 18+ like buildable characters, but that thing's gonna sell. Like, it looks fantastic. Shrek looks great. Donkey looks great. Puss in Boots is a little out of scale, but whatever. They're gonna do Shrek Swamp. They would be so stupid not to. And I want that thing so bad. Like, I want that. I want that. Oh, I cannot wait. Like, I'm not gonna build I'm not getting the buildable characters, but Shrek Swamp, man, I'm in. Like, I had to educate, and I don't know how many of you have watched this. I'm excited for Farquaad. Oh, Farquaad would be great. Like, Blind Piano, guaranteed, they've got to be doing Shrek Swamp. Like, the movie's gonna come out, like, it's a no-brainer. Like, I think, though, if it sells well, they'll probably do more stuff. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if they did, like, a Far, Far Away set, if the original Waves does really well. Oh, man, that would be a dream. I don't think I would buy that one, though, but I will buy the Swamp. But how many of you, like, I was a DVD extras kid. Like, we did a lot of road trips when I was a kid because we lived in Europe. So, like, we're constantly doing road trips, and I feel like I watched the DVD extras all the time. Like, I had a fascination with seeing how movies were made, which, you know, explains a lot of things in my life. But I distinctly remember watching the DVD extras for Shrek 2 and watching Far, Far Away Idol. Please tell me that a lot of you used to do that as well. I don't know if I would put Shrek with the Disney stuff. I don't actually know where I would put Shrek. I feel like it would have to go, like, for the most part, let me talk you through my shelves real quick. Pause building. This shelf is pretty much all done. At the very top, not that you can see, but it's the Barbie and Wicked shelf. It looks exactly the same as the old one. Then I have an F1 shelf here, not that you can see that. We have Padme and Anakin, adjacent, you know, prequels. Then we have Clone Wars and Hera, basically this turned into Hera. Then I have like a little bit of a Harry Potter setup going on. It's not like totally complete, but I do have some books. I have a Justin Ramsden sig fig, one of my favorite Lego designers. He gave that to me at Bricktastic. Guys, I got to meet my favorite Lego designers. It was so cool. Anyway, long story. Hogwarts there. This side, this shelf is done. My books with some Wicked decor. I love the Disney Wicked minifigure setup. This shelf above is done. It's like Snow White's Cottage, basically, Wicked. Above that, I have my Zara Lyson Midnight Sun vinyl and the Dolphin set, but there's an empty spot next to that. This section of Disney, I want to redo. I like my Hobbit hut, but I want to move Sydney and the Tron set somewhere else. And then the very bottom shelves on both of them need to be done. So maybe Shrek Swamp will go somewhere on there. But I also would like to put a few more Lego sets in my living room, because currently I've got nothing besides Technic cars on the walls, which this is also gonna go on my wall once it's done. It's literally just been sat in my living room, half built, for weeks now, because I was like, oh yeah, I want to do a live stream, and then never made time for it. So my bad. My bad. So yeah, I definitely think Shrek Swamp will tie in with Shrek 5. I do agree, Tad. And just a banana, I agree that Lego keep doing buildable characters. I wouldn't say it's a problem, because I know like we all know the audience that they are targeting with it, but it's kind of getting to a point where it's like, why is every time we do like some sort of collaboration or tie-in, like why is it only buildable characters now? Like, I know that Lego, like adults, you know, they're trying to target a bunch of the adults, and the adults are buying these things, and like clearly there's a demand for it, otherwise they wouldn't keep making them. But it's like, do people not also realize that like a lot of adults bought the existing Lego stuff and like continue to buy the existing Lego stuff? Like I feel like the buildable stuff's an entryway, and then people expand from that. So like, offer both. That's all I'm asking. All I'm asking. Oh, that's what we were talking about. We were talking about Far, Far Away Idol. Let me hold back. Hold that. Okay, yes, Polk remembers. Perfect. I did not do the DVD extra game on Finding Nemo. I don't think I ever did that, unfortunately. Zara Larsson is Swedish. and she is fantastic. Can I see his sig fig? Yes. So I'm pretty sure he built these very recently. Because if you didn't know, he's no longer a designer and he works for the Lego house, but basically he like built this little custom sig fig. It's not one of like the business card ones, like it's literally just a sig fig, but he signed this little tile to act as a stand, which is really cool. So he sits on my shelf next to the midi scale castle because I don't have the big one on display here and I don't have Gringotts on display right now either. So I was like, what's the next best thing there? And I love it. That was actually one of like the coolest parts about going to Skrbeck, which is the Danish Lego convention. It's just like there's Lego staff members everywhere. So many designers. Got to hang out with a bunch of them as well. Sat with a bunch of them during the Skrbeck auction. Went to a party with them and was dancing. It was great. Fun time. You know, how many times do you get to do that? Not very often. I feel like that convention is severely underrated. Like I've been trying to branch out a little bit more and like do some different conventions and shows. Like I've talked about this on my member streams, but basically like I'm not doing Brickworld Chicago this year. I know there has been a couple of people who have been asking me about that. I am not going. Instead, I've been trying to spend my money on like different things. So like, for example, you know, I've been spending money on going to Grand Prix. That's expensive. I've also been doing different international conventions. So of course, as mentioned earlier, I did Bricktastic earlier this year. I did Skrbeck last year. I loved Skrbeck, so I'm doing it again this year. I do think it's gonna be a shorter trip though for me. Skrbeck was a very impulsive thing last year. Don't regret it, it was a fun time. But I think that will be it. I don't know if I'll do any other international shows. I love Atlanta. Did Atlanta, managed to, got to work with them this year while going, which was really fun. And I'm definitely doing the Tampa BrickCon as well. I'm not doing the Orlando one that's in 2 weeks because I'm gonna be in Miami. So, you know, Grand Prix, unfortunately, does take priority in my schedule there. But yeah, it's been very fun. I'd like to go to the summer Atlanta convention as well that I know is a thing. Lily, thank you so much for becoming a member. So, loved it. Oh, Kiwi, it's so good. Like, looking at it, I know some people have complained about it and like, yeah, there's faults, but like, man, the orange and black color scheme is just so clean. And like, I'm really glad I didn't get the original McLaren because this one looks way better. Way, way, way better. Oh, I'm glad you're enjoying it, Droidica. I have not done a stream in ages. It is really nice to be back, but also I did, granted, guys, warning, I did have to give myself some ibuprofen before this stream started because my day at Disney today, my work from Epcot day, cooked me and gave me a headache. I think that's just because I was in the sun a lot. It was rough. I was like, ah, dang it. Florida summertime is well and truly here, unfortunately. And you know what? I'm gonna sweat so badly at the Miami Grand Prix. It's gonna be horrific. Oh, not looking forward to that. Did I miss something again? I did. I forgot to put a Technic pin in. Hey, Cameron. Are you going back to Australia anytime soon? The next trip I have planned is February. Like previously I've done 2 trips a year, although this year I don't think that will be the case. I think I'm just gonna like stay put, mostly just because it is a big year and I feel like I really need to kind of like put my head down and get to work because as we know, guys, I've been slacking. I did upload today. It is a sponsored video with Panacea, but I did upload today. And I've been working on a lot of videos. Like I have a lot of projects going on. One of them does involve the current LEGO Ideas competition that's going on. I have been building an entry for the Pokemon contest, which is really fun. I'm really, really proud of it. And I wanted to build it physically. So I've ordered all of the parts in. I actually need to go and get the mail because I have 2 Bricklink orders that arrived today. But I'm trying to build it physically, so I'm gonna do a video on that. I'm doing a Building Disneyland video. There's a few other things that I've got planned. June will be mostly like Harry Potter stuff, but I'm trying to get back into it. I wanna do a few small reviews on the second channel. And unfortunately that means that I probably won't go back to Australia for a while, but my parents are gonna visit later this year. So it kind of balances out. I was like, oh, I miss them. So unfortunately I won't get to see my dog Maisie. I miss Maisie a lot. But I do get to see my family, who I also miss a lot, but luckily they can come visit me, even though my doggy cannot. But otherwise, I'm back in Australia next year. And I'm gonna try and go to the Grand Prix again, because I have a problem. So that's fun. Also, we're getting Mario minifigures. Oh my gosh, yes, that happened also. I was thinking about this the other day, because I was like, oh my gosh, wouldn't it be really fun to make a video and like a bunch of builds that are themed around Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games? Because I love Mario and Sonic. It is so much fun. I love those games. I played them all the time. Specifically, I loved the like London one where you could do the party mode. That was really fun. I also loved the London Rhythmic Ribbon minigame and the uneven bars. I loved the gymnastics competitions. Archery in the very first one, as well as high jump. Man, that 2008 game, fantastic, fantastic. I love it. And I was like, man, as soon as Mario figures come out, that can actually happen, which is going to be so hyped. I just really want a Daisy minifigure. Like, Daisy is my favorite. I would play her in every single time. I'd play those Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games. I would play her all the time in Mario Kart. Please do a Daisy figure. Thank you. In Vietnam, it's muggy as hell. I'd rather be in Florida straight here. I mean, Florida wasn't too humid today. It was bad, but it was rough. Like, and I know it's going to get worse. So I was like, I should have just gone to the pool, ma'am. Should have gone to the pool. How about being guest on the podcast? Cam, I am swamped right now, sadly, which is also why I haven't been on Discord at all. Even on the server, in my messages, in any server, it's been rough. I do really want to, but at least right now, I do not, unfortunately, have the time. I'm also going out of state next week, which will be fun. I'm going to Boston for the first time ever. Yay! That's gonna be fun. New state unlocked. Daisy is not the worst character. Daisy is great. You know who annoys me in Mario Kart? Peach. And if it wasn't for the Mario movie, which, granted, I still haven't seen, but if it wasn't for the Mario movie and Anya Taylor-Joy, I would still hate Peach. But there's something about Peach where I really liked her. Really, really like her. I've been waiting for months for the East Wing to leak from... I know. I can't wait to see that. Like, I'm pretty sure, isn't that the only Hogwarts piece we're getting this year? Or was there another one? I can't remember. I know it was 1 or 2. I just can't remember which one. But I'm excited for those. I mean, granted, it's almost May now, so I feel like they should be coming out very, very soon. Although I'm still waiting to see if that like Oscar Piastri helmet leak was real and that I can actually buy that, because I really want to buy that and I will get it in Miami if given the opportunity. So if that could leak, that would be great, because all I know right now is that the Ferrari ones are coming, which I'm still planning on buying in Miami because I had a plan with them. Had a plan. So I'm gonna get started on content creation. I don't have the time for everything in my life, let alone making content, right? And like, this is the thing, I thought about this as I started streaming, because I like kind of joked with myself. I was like, oh, look at me, look who showed up to work today, posting a video, doing a live stream, look at me go. But like, I was in the car and I was thinking about it and I was like, how come I just like I do not have the mental capacity, or like, let alone feel like I have the time capacity to make videos the same way that I used to, right? Like, think about 2020, 2021. I was uploading super frequently. Now, granted, the videos were easier. They're a little bit more straightforward. A lot of them were review-based. There was a lot less mock building. But even still, like, I was doing so much. And I thought about it and I was like, okay, part of it is the fact that, you know, I'm taking longer and more time to like build and edit and in some of them. But like, I feel like as well, the fact that I'm like short form content is now a thing with like TikTok, Instagram, YouTube shorts, like that eats up so much of my mental capacity. And then also, like, you know, I moved out of home, like I have to cook my own dinner now because my mom doesn't do it for me anymore. And like simple things like that, the luxuries that you realize you had that you unfortunately lose when you move out of home. But like, I don't know, it was like, we're feeling, oh my gosh, pink ice, hello. You saying, look who it is. How are you doing? Are you doing okay? Man, I think Peach actually had it. No, Peach is always lame. You know what happens when you play Mario Kart? It's like, woohoo! Shut up. I don't care. I do want to see the Mario movies. So I've got Peacock now currently because I have been watching Parks and Recreation for the first time in my life. And I love it. Firstly, like I had a feeling I was going to like it. It was always on my radar. I was like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to watch it. I'm loving it. And the Mario movie's on Peacock because it's, you know, a Universal thing. So I was like, oh yes, I can finally watch the Mario movie. And then eventually I'll watch the Super Mario Galaxy movie. Although we all know my feelings. If, you know, if you're a attendee, long-time attendee of these streams, you know about Super Mario Galaxy. So, you know, we'll see. But, I do want to see it. I heard great things about it. I need to check it out. I kind of completely forgot that the second movie was coming out this year until it came out. And then it kind of jump scared me. So, whoops. One of those things. Oh, I love Alyssa Liu. Guys, the Winter Olympics, man. I love events like the Olympics. And the World Cup's gonna be happening. Like, it's just gonna be so exciting for, like, global events soon. It's gonna be great. What's your opinion on the Star Wars Micro Galaxy Squadron line? I've seen them in Target and Walmart a couple times, and I think they're super neat, but like, I just know that it's one of those products where it's like, I will see it in store and be like, oh my gosh, I want that. And then like 6 months will go by and I'll be like, why did I buy this? So I stay away from it for that reason. Just for that. I agree, Peach. I don't like Peach. Roman Bricks, this is an amazing set, although it takes up so much of my mental capacity, and that is not the type of set that I should be building while I'm talking and live streaming. But also, I love the challenge of Technic. Like, it's so fun. Granted, I'm not gonna go and buy a ton of Technic sets. Like, I think if I was to buy another, I don't think I will actually buy it, but it would be that Artemis rocket. That, man, okay. I say this, I have to stop for a second because we have to talk about this. Firstly, Artemis rocket, amazing. I got to see it with my own eyes. Florida perks, that was really cool. It was so awesome. It looked huge. And I wasn't even at the coastline. And it was huge. I was so excited. Anyway, now, as we all know, every single year, people get invited to a little event called RLFM Days, if you didn't know. LEGO ambassadors go to Billund and they get to go and do like a bunch of cool exclusive things, like go and look at a bunch of new sets and they get to see them early, or they get to interview designers, or last year they all got to do the LEGO Masters Academy thing that they have. Speaking of ambassadors, one of them's in the chat, Emily. Hi Emily, how are you doing? I am stressed. I keep stopping because I keep going on tangents. But yeah, so RLFM Days happens every year and people get to go and see sets early. And then a lot of the time, every time a set is like revealed that was revealed on these days, people will post their videos about it. And more often than not, it's the same type of video where there's like a set on a table. Like imagine I have a tablecloth on it and I lift off the tablecloth and everyone goes, wow. A lot of the time it's the same thing. But let me tell you, this Artemis rocket videos, like the Artemis rocket got revealed and people are posting their videos from it and like they're all showing the play feature. I lost my mind. I was watching every single one of those videos. It's the same video, just from different angles. And every time one appeared, I got sucked in. This set was so cool. I was like, I love it. I'm not gonna buy it, but like, I love it. So that was really cool. Also, if Emily is still here, everyone congratulate her for hitting 1 million subscribers. She posted her like the video about that happening today on Instagram because it happened while we were at Animal Kingdom watching a bird show. I was sat like 2 people down. I'm pretty sure I was sat next to Ross from memory. And it was really cool because like the entirety of the bird show, I'm like, have you hit it yet? Have you hit it yet? Are you there? Are you there? And we're like refreshing while this bird show is happening, and like the poor Disney employees are like trying to entertain the audience and keep everyone going, and all these cool birds are flying around, and I'm just like, are you at 1 million? Are you at 1 million? So she hit 1 million while we were at Animal Kingdom, which was really fun. And then we celebrated, this was not related, but we did go to a K-pop concert together and saw Twice live, which was really fun. impulsively did that on the day and it was a great time. Neither of us knew a ton of the songs. I'd heard a lot of them in passing, didn't know the lyrics, but it was a great time. Because Emily and I have both been getting into K-pop separately on separate endeavors. However, I know Emily's been getting super into it and I've also been getting super into K-pop this year. So it's been a fun time. But anyway, congratulations, Emily. It was great. Same. I'm really glad we got to hang out. And also, I don't know about you, but I've been listening to a lot more of the Twice songs. Specifically, Can't Stop Me, that song. I love that. That's such a good song. And it kind of sounds like Bet On It from High School Musical, which is fun. So yes, I went to a Twice concert. It was a lot of fun. Like the energy was wild. Now I unfortunately lost my Loops earplugs when I was in Australia at the Grand Prix. So I didn't have any to bring to the concert. Usually I do. I have a replacement pair now, but it was so loud. Like there was a lady who was sat next to Emily. And I've learned about like K-pop biases and how that's a thing. So basically it's like your favorite if you didn't know. But this lady's bias, every time she would have a solo, this woman would like scream. Like it is like the levels of like fandom that you hear about, but you don't actually think you'll ever see it. And then it happens and you're like, oh, guys, I've made a mistake. I put pins in the wrong spot. Oh, dang it, hold on. We got to get this out. But it was fantastic. I loved it. Personally, one of my favorite groups outside of Blackpink, I mean classic, love Blackpink, also been enjoying Twice. I love the song Whiplash by aespa, but Baby Monster, they are my favorites. I can't wait for their new album, and if they tour, I will be going. Like, I really want to go. I hope they come to Orlando though, because I don't think I would be the type of person who would travel for them per se, but I love them. Love them. Everyone in a 20-foot radius knew who her bio was. It was exactly. Emily is spot on. Like, she was so loud. And like, it got to a point where there was like we had to block our ears when she was screaming. Like, granted, this was like a fan vote like section, so it was like, scream for like the song you want us to do for our encore. Oh, I had a headache, so I just blocked my ears and we kind of looked at each other and we're like, oh, Anyway, Emily and I went to a K-pop concert. It was a great time. We walked away having new favorites. There was also this like fan sing-along thing that happened, which apparently was like organized by a fan, and like the Twice girls didn't know what was happening, but the person selected a song that was entirely Korean and then expected people to sing along. No, of course that's not gonna happen. Oh, incredible. I did the original Artemis just before the launch. That's fun. That's actually really fun. I love that set. I love space. It's so fun. Jamie, funny you mentioned about building my own Lego set in the future. So hopefully, fingers crossed, once I finish this Pokemon card ideas project and submit it, hopefully it gets selected as a contender. I really hope it does. I'm very excited for it. I do need to like finish it though, and the deadline is getting a little too close for comfort, so I need to speed up a little bit. But I'm excited. Hopefully that happens. Yeah, like the screaming was just too much. Like, I got home and immediately took some painkillers because I was like, I'm going to have a headache tomorrow. Wait, Emily, those are at Disney Springs? Because, oh, let me tell you, when I was in Melbourne, in Australia, I went to Uniqlo because I wanted to get something. Where is them? I literally have the photo cards. They're somewhere here. I went to Uniqlo in the city and they had it, like, because it was supposed to be an Asia exclusive, and I bought one of the t-shirts. So I have like the photo cards in here. This camera, I swear to God, it's not focusing. Anyway, I didn't know they had them at Disney Springs. I literally was in that store earlier and I couldn't see them. Granted, I wasn't looking super closely. I like went in and out, but like I didn't see them. I didn't know that they were here. That's so good to know, because I was thinking about getting more of them. I got the baseball themed one from the song Batter Up. Oh, it was great. Hey, Bricktastic, I do remember you, and unfortunately, no, I'm not going to Brickworld Chicago this year, but I hope you're doing well. Okay, so, Brendan, funny you mentioned Huntrix, right? So at this Twice concert, and here's the thing, Lily, everyone was just so excited. Like, K-pop fans are another level. Like, K-pop fans are what I assume, like, Like, I assumed that that's what it was like at Biebercella, basically. I don't know. I didn't watch the Biebercella live stream. But I assume it was like that. Like, peak boy band hype level was happening at this concert. And it was insane. But one of the best moments, and by far the moment that everyone got the most hype for, was when they started singing Takedown. Because if you didn't know, the Twice K-pop group sings like some of the K-pop Demon Hunters songs like on the official album, Takedown being one of them. And like notoriously, like everyone only ever seems to play Golden. Like Coachella last weekend during the Cat's Eye set, guys, we're gonna sing Golden. The Oscars, Golden. The Grammys, Golden. I just want to hear another song. So hearing the fact that Emily and I got to sit at this concert and be blessed with our eardrums, hearing a rendition of Takedown live. Now granted, one of the girls was sick, so it was only 2 of them on stage rather than 3. And one of them, I can't remember her name, but one of those is the one I was looking at and I was like, if I have to pick a bias, she's my favorite. I think her name's Juyong. I don't know for sure. But man, hearing Takedown from K-pop Demon Hunters live, it really changed me. It changed me. Lily, don't bring up Nelson and Murdoch. Unfortunately, I took that thing apart. It is unfortunately dead. Azaya, you changed your username. How are you doing? So it was so cool. I loved it. No, okay, Pink Eyes, don't bully me. That's so mean. To think I was gonna say I missed you. My goodness. I managed to see a Twice concert a few months ago. It was my first ever concert. How did you find it? Because, man, my eardrums. That was rough. It was a fantastic experience though. Like the vibes and the energy was off the charts. I loved every single second of it. I'm so glad I went. Like I was up in the nosebleeds. It was a great time. We had a glass like fence in front of us because like we were at like the front of one of the nosebleed sections. It was great. Unk stream still. Hey. Whoa. Mean. So, Dayoung sprained her ankle. That's what happened. Okay, I knew someone was injured because like I'd seen a video from the concert. I only watched like the first little bit and I saw that I don't know if it was the same person. I think it must have been. But they were performing and it was like we would open and then she would walk to the side and sit down on a chair. Well, thank you, Nicole. And also facts. The fact that like a bottle of water is like 20 bucks at the race is so true. Thank you so much for the donation. I really appreciate it. Are you coming this year? I'm only going on Saturday. It is gonna, I wanted to do 3 days, but I was like, nah. You know what sounds better? Cramming everything into one day, and now F2 is on and I'm like, I'm not gonna get everything done, am I? It's gonna be a long day. But thank you so much, Nicole. I really appreciate it. And I'm sorry that I keep scratching my nose because it's really itchy. But yes, it was an amazing concert. So at Twice, it's like, literally they would like open and it was like a really cool thing. And then like one of the Twice girls, she would walk off to the side and like sit on a chair and sing while sat on a chair. And I saw the same thing happen in like the BTS Netflix special. That it was like, oh yeah, one of them's injured, so they're on a chair. But like they blended it in a little bit better. Like the Twice concert, I felt so bad for this poor girl. She's just like sat on this chair and like no one's paying attention. It's rough, man. I've forgotten a piece again. We did it. Okay, so here's the thing, Lily. Food, ironically, was actually reasonably priced at the Melbourne Grand Prix and it was fantastic. I like granted, you know, it's still expensive. Bricktastic, thank you so much for the $1. I really appreciate it. Thank you. That will also go towards my food at the Miami Grand Prix. But yeah, the Australian Grand Prix, it was like pretty reasonable. Like coffee was like standard Australian prices, like $5-6, which is pretty good for coffee, given that I feel like whenever I buy coffee out, I'm paying $5 or $6, which in case anyone didn't see on Instagram, I have an espresso machine now. I've upgraded slightly. The food at the race was between like 20 and 30 Australian dollars, which for event food, I feel like it's pretty good. I wish my food was free. Oh man, you know what I found out? My dad, when he used to get to go in the suites at the Grand Prix. His company would get a suite and he got to go, and then he got to do a pit lane walk, and my mum got to do a pit lane walk because her dad used to work for McLaren. Why did I have to be an infant? I peaked when I was 1 when it comes to Grand Prix. It's so sad. So sad. See, I can't get in those corporate boxes. What? I'm too independent, but I'm so jealous of my dad. But I asked him about it. I was like, tell me what it's like. I'm interested. But that being said, the atmosphere in the grandstands is so good. And I would very much gladly pay for my Grand Prix food again. It was fantastic. Like, there was one stall next to me where it was like, oh, get a coffee and a donut. And because it's Australia, the coffee is fantastic. The donuts were also really good. What else did I have? I had this like steak and frites. Basically, it was a cup, like a cardboard cup, and you got fries in it, chips, some nice hot chips, and some cut up steak. The steak was immaculate. The fries were immaculate. I kept getting ads for it on Instagram, so I went and bought it, and it was so good. I loved it. I also had a bao bun. No, I didn't. Someone else had, my friend had a bao bun, and I had a like Greek gyros wrap. Oh, it was so good. So good. Australian food, man, is incredible. I miss it so much. It was great. So I don't think Miami's food's gonna compare personally, but I really hope it does. Last year, I mean, I did find it pretty good. It was really expensive. Because of course it's Miami, they're gonna charge you an astronomical amount, but it was really tasty. I did have a good time, and I cannot wait to go. If you saw on Instagram, I teased my outfit. I'm going to walk around and I'm going to basically be a disco ball. I'm so excited. I wanted to make like a Zara Larsson inspired like F1 belt, although I left it too late and I don't think I'm gonna get time to do that anymore, unfortunately. But I do plan on that, and even though I currently don't have tickets or plans, concrete plans, to go to the United States Grand Prix in Austin, I have an outfit planned for that, and I'm gonna make it anyway because I just think it would be really cool, and I swear I'm gonna come up with some use for this. Now, I came up with this outfit one day when I was driving in the car, and I was listening to 5, 6, 7, 8 by Steps. Now, my European viewers who are all asleep, they would know about this song. I don't know if anyone else knows about this song, but do yourself a favor, pull it up. If you need like an energy boost, if you're going running, if you're feeling down and you just want to feel happy again, listen to the song 5, 6, 7, 8 by Steps. It will put you in a great mood. It's fantastic. But I was listening to the song and I was like, I have an idea. So that's all it really took. That is all it took. Oh, Bricktastic, do not worry. I am grateful the fact that you donated it all. Do not apologize. I am very, very grateful. Thank you very much. Someone made a Bruno Mars and Twice mix. Where is that? I want to hear it. If I become a Prank Brick member, do I still get a sig fig? Yes, you do. I've been very slack with it. I have not done a community tab post for people to comment on it for a while, but I will make you a sig fig. I still have them all. They're all in a bag somewhere. I just haven't displayed them. Like I used to do it in Diagon Alley. I need a new location. Now, I think I might start putting them in front of my Disney castle because then it's basically like a theme park, or I'm gonna dedicate an area on the shelf to it. But I don't know, I still make sig figs for everyone and I keep them all. I have everyone, which is really fun. So yes, yes you do. I'm also gonna get back to doing member streams. I'm going to do one. I haven't scheduled it yet, but it's either gonna be tomorrow or Sunday for all of my channel members out there. We will be doing that, so I will see you again shortly. We're gonna be hanging out with each other all weekend. You're gonna be sick of me by the time this is over. So, did I say 6, 7? Oh, let's go. Let's go. Sleep deprived European here. We do in fact know it. See, thank you, Wedge. I'm glad. I love the song 5, 6, 7, 8. And I realized like Americans don't know it. Americans, oh, man. Americans and Canadians and all that, like, you guys are missing out on some thank you very much, Black Hawk. I love that bonk sound. I forgot that I said that as a thing. It's so good. But, like, no one understands European pop. Like, for example, no Miami this year, saving for a trip in the summer. That's fun. That actually sounds way better. I don't want to deal with the humidity, man. I'm gonna die. But yeah, I like figured the same thing. I was like, it's so expensive. I just did Australia. I can't do another 3 days. So I was like, what's got the most value? Oh, Saturday. And I'm really glad that I bought them when I did, because I haven't checked to see if the prices went up ever since they announced F2. I do think that would be the case. Yeah, I'm driving down Saturday morning, trying to get there for when the gates open, and then I will leave when the gates close, and then get stuck in traffic and get home probably at like 11 p.m. at night. It's going to be a very long day. And then I'll watch the race at home on thingy. What's a member? I don't know, BFAB, you tell me. Where did you get your black and orange t-shirt from? I'm in the UK, I'm still awake. Okay, Jamie, love your commitment as well. This, if you're talking about this shirt, this is from Culture Kings. I also have a black version. I have the same shirt in 2 different colors. This is not a cheap shirt either. I don't know why I did that. I'm so stupid. If you mean the jersey that I wear, where it's like McLaren and it's got the sponsors, I made that. That was a task. Are those IKEA doors for the Bully Bookcase? They sure are. I just added my own lights. So I have Philips Hue light strips taped to the back. Why'd I do that door? You can't even see it. I don't have handles on these, so I can't really open them very easily. But yes, I do. Surprised you still have an Aussie accent. Don't say that to me. I don't want to lose it. I like it. Although, I've said this. I was literally having a conversation about this the other day. I was like, guaranteed in like 10 years, my accent's gonna become one of those like annoying, weird hybrid ones. Because like there are certain words that I say which I feel like still sound English, but for the most part it definitely is Australian, but it's not Australian enough that Americans who aren't familiar with Australian accents, or maybe who haven't like been able to travel very much, get confused. So often people will be like, are you English or Australian? Like I get that so often. Whereas like, my sister never gets that whenever she comes here. So I'll most likely do Austin because of Sprint and F1 Academy. I looked at that and I really want to go, and I'm really hoping I don't do the same thing I did in Australia and start looking at the tickets and then buy them immediately after I get back from the race. That's what happened in Australia, and hence why I'm going to Miami. But I was looking at it because I was like, I've never been to the Austin one. The atmosphere looks amazing. I have an outfit idea for it. Like, it would just be so good. And then like, I'm so bummed that F1 Academy's not at Miami this year. And it was like similar thing. I was like, well, I want to go see it. I should go to Austin. But then I also started looking at Vegas and I was like, mentally I've blocked out both of those weekends. Who knows what I'll do, but I would love to go to Austin. But the problem was I realized that the price of Austin, for the price of an Austin GA ticket, which I think I would do because I've heard amazing things about it, I could do an entire weekend in a grandstand in Melbourne again. The Australian Grand Prix is just too good. The value is great. The atmosphere is great. The seating is great. Everything was great about it. And now I find it so hard to justify the price of any other F1 race. It's a blessing and a curse at the same time. F1 mocks based on different Lego themes. I have thought about that, especially after the Lego designer George Gilliatt built that F1 X-Wing last year and it went like mega viral. I was like, this is a genius idea. And I saw a bunch of people like making it afterwards as well. Cause like, of course, it's a great idea. And I did debate it. I didn't write it down per se, but I did think about it because I was like, this is really cool. So it'll be fun. The sound of the engines now just hurt my eardrums, so I couldn't motivate for Miami. Look, that's fair. Like hearing the Aston Martin live, it really is a tractor. It was atrocious. Like the F2 car sounded better. It's wild. I was like, oh, we've absolutely cooked these things. I was like, this is rough. Like I had my loops in and like, they gave out like free radios at the Amex booths. So I had one of those earbuds in and I had a loop in the other and I'm like listening and I'm like, it was rough. Like hearing those for the first time, oh, it's rough. That's going anywhere and I'd go with you to Austin. Really? Really, Ross? You'll come to the Grand Prix with me? Imagine you, me, and Josh, and we all go to the Austin Grand Prix. Oh, what a fun day. That would be so good. And then we can go out for barbecue afterwards. Let's go. Let's go. That'll be fun. Yeah, so Nicole, I have already bought my accommodation for the Australian Grand Prix next year. I don't know what weekend it's gonna happen. And like, so my family's planning on going this year, everyone. So this year, I was like, right, we need to plan ahead. We need to get in early. It's still ridiculously expensive. But we booked 2 refundable accommodations in Australia for 2 weekends in March. Hopefully one of them is the race weekend. I don't know. I think I have to do Montreal next year. I'd love to do Montreal. I also really want to do Spa, but now it's on rotation and I feel like that's never going to happen. And Silverstone. And I was talking to a couple of people at Bricktastic about Silverstone because that is what I really want to do. And I would want to do like the whole camping activity too. See you, Black Hawk. See you this weekend for the member stream once I schedule it. But it was a great time. It was a great time. What's the difference between F1 and F2? Fantastic question. It's all about like basically how much power the car has. So F1 is like the ultimate thing. It is the top thing. They have the fastest cars, even though they sound like tractors now. Where do I put this? Yeah, bear with me a second. See, sadly, Shape of Soup, I didn't have my loops for twice. So that was just pure eardrum torture. But F2, basically, their cars are slightly slower. It is like the step before F1. It is the closest that you can get without actually being in F1. The cars are all the same spec. So in F1, all of the cars are different. So if you look really closely at the LEGO Speed Champion sets, you'll see that they're all slightly different. And that's because each team can basically build their own machine, which is also why some cars go way faster than others. So like last year, the McLaren here was a rocket ship compared to some of the other cars. Like the Ferrari wasn't doing very well. The Red Bull was also not doing very well for a lot of it. The Alpine was terrible. Whereas F2, it's all about the skill of the driver, solely the skill of the driver, which is really cool. And then that's how as well, like a lot of the drivers get recruited. Because a lot teams can go and like see what they're up to and see how the drivers are doing, what they're doing in the machinery, how skilled they are, how ballsy they are basically to go and overtake, and then they'll upgrade them, which is really fun. So Billy on streams. Yeah, I have noticed that. I know you were talking to Mahan there, but I have noticed that like there is a significant like the live stream culture of 2010. Not 2010, 2020 and 21, dead in the water. Remember when we all used to stream because we were all in COVID and had time and could do things? Remember those days? That died. What have I missed now? Or am I just blind? I'm blind. That's all this is. Man, this is a terrible set to... Great, okay. Got it. Can we give it a return of LEGO Harry Potter content? Not in its entirety, just because I have not, like, I'm not super into the theme. Like, I still always love it. I love seeing what they're doing, but there's not a lot of sets that I see, and I think I, like, cannot wait to have that the same way that I used to, which is really sad. The stuff that is capturing my attention is all the Hogwarts Castle stuff. And I do plan on doing, like, of course, Mega Hogwarts, as well as, like, a review on the new pieces of Hogwarts inside that video. And then I'll do one about the Diagon Alley set as well. But outside of that, like, I think that will be mostly all of the Harry Potter content I do for the rest of the year. Which sucks. I mean, I've honestly been feeling the same with Star Wars. And I filmed a, like, rambly video for the second channel talking about that yesterday, which I'm hoping to have up this weekend. But it sucks. It sucks. Just for one weekend this season, I'd love for all F1 drivers to have a race weekend in the same specs and same cars. Yes, I would too. I mean, even if they do it like the Lego race last year, right? Like, technically that's all the same specs and whatnot, but like, imagine doing a driver's parade, but like, we're all in the same specs, and it's like the driver's parade, but it's actually like a miniature sprint race where we have like a single like session qualifying the day before, and then a mini like 6-lap race, and we're all in the same spec car or something. That would be so cool. Cause like the drivers parade in Miami was just so unique and fun, and it was like so good. Like I would have kicked myself so badly if I didn't go last weekend, because like I booked that entire trip last minute. And like if I missed the Lego race, man, like that was one of the highlights of the year from the sport. Oh, it was great. And then like the Australian drivers parade was pretty cool. Like they had like some vintagey old cars, but like it wasn't that exciting. Like Lance Stroll was literally sat in the back seat with his feet up, and I was like, this is why I don't like you. I was like, you're just proving to me right now. So annoying. Technic is challenging the odds. Man, Technic gives me a headache. I say that. I really like Technic. Technic sets specifically. The way that the bricks interact is very different to the way that I feel like Technic interacts when you're building it inside a system set. I don't know how to explain it. Like, it's way more fun. It just takes up so much of your mental capacity though. Like I almost just stuck a sticker upside down, but I think that's because I'm talking on a live stream. That's it. I never got the Harry Potter Hogwarts icons, but I'd love to put out the Hedwig build. I'd be interested to see how like someone could do a modified base of that. Like if you're not putting it on the books like it is in the Hogwarts set, like what would that look like? I'd love to know. Put all that in a mug. That would be fun. I really liked your EV post on Instagram. Thank you. I love that little set so much. So much. It was rough. Yeah, lockdown was wild. Like, I was thinking about it the other day because I was like, oh my gosh, it's been 6 years now. And like, basically, like, you know, I feel like everyone's basically returned to like normal, but it's like that messed with everyone's head so much. Like that was such a weird period in time. And then like, of course as well, like, cause it's Coachella weekend and like Coachella season, like people have been referencing the like Vanessa Hudgens video where she's like, yeah, some people might die, but like, that's gonna happen anyway, like video, audio thing. And like, I was thinking about it like in terms of just like live streaming and even just like YouTube, right? Like I was reflecting in the car today. I was like, why do I feel like I can't do as many like videos as I used to? And like I used to stream all the time. I felt like I just had way more hours in the day than I do now. And I know that that's not true. Like I know full well that I am wasting so much of my time doom scrolling for no reason. Like I'm so close to buying one of those brick things. Like I don't know if anyone else has gotten ads for them, but I heard about them like over New Year's when everyone's doing their like resolutions and all that. And they're like, oh yeah, I got a brick and now I feel like I have my brain back. I'm so close to getting one because I'm like, I'm trying to get stuff done and I just feel like I cannot detach from it, and I'm wasting so many hours just like scrolling. Or even when I was in the queue for Guardians today, like granted, I was actually getting some stuff done. I was editing stuff on Lightroom. I was putting things in like my Instagram and TikTok drafts, like trying to get things ready. But I got in line and I was like, I have such a huge headache. And I feel like it's just because I was looking down, like locked in on my phone for hours. It was ridiculous. I took your Hedwig and took him off the books, restructured the legs to hang him off the ceiling. That's really cool, actually. After that moment, time has been getting faster by some degree. I actually watched a video about this the other day and like discussing it. And like people were saying, it's like the reason time felt so slow in lockdown is because like we were all like doing like different things. Like day to day, like our day was so different and it was a completely different experience. Like we were thrown out of routine basically. And that's what made it feel slower. But like, I totally agree. I was like, what the heck happened? Like, it's really weird. Like the passage of time just felt like so much slower. And like, I really feel like I got to take in every single moment, but also it felt like it just went on for an eternity. Like, I don't know. It was really weird. Like, I feel like it just like completely messed with everyone's minds. And like, I was having like a really like in-depth discussion the other day about like, I was asking someone like, what was schooling like in lockdown? Because I graduated like a few years before lockdown. That makes me feel old. Oh, it's gonna be my 10-year high school reunion next year. If that actually happens, man, I will bring my YouTube play button to my 10-year high school reunion. What a flex that would be. But then again, my I don't know, I feel like it won't be that bad. Anyway, needless to say, I never had to do COVID schooling because like I didn't go to university, so like I didn't have any classes online like my friends did. My sister just started uni and she ended up, I think she dropped out or she dropped down like after a year or so. She didn't do it for very long. But I was like, look, basically, like, what was it like in school? Like, what did that look like? What did your education like system do? How did you pass classes? What was the grading like? And also it's like, how did that affect it in like the coming years, right? And it's wild. I've forgotten all about it until you said that. Like that, it's wild. Schooling was the worst in lockdown. Like that's what I've heard. It's just like no one was like talking and like interacting. I guess like Australia, like we had quite a bit of freedom. Like, you know, we were in lockdown for a long time, but even in our strictest lockdowns, I feel like we had like a little bit more of a normal life. Like the threat wasn't as bad because like literally like on our news, it would be like, oh yeah, guys, we have 500 cases in the entire state. And we were all like, oh my gosh, that's so many. But in the grand scheme of things, it actually wasn't that much. Like we were really lucky that like 400 and 500 was considered a lot. You know, like we're limited in what times of day we can go out, or some areas were a little bit more locked down. Of course, like our borders were super shut, and like that messed with me mentally. Like we all remember that phase. I mean, maybe we don't, maybe you're a newer viewer. But anyway, I had severe depression and anxiety during like lockdown and COVID. And I do put a large portion of that due to the fact that like our borders were shut, because the difference in my mental state as soon as the borders opened and I left the country for the first time since lockdown was insane. But it was like wild, right? Like I was thinking about like what I used to do in like my dance classes. Like we would have dance Zoom and we would be doing like across the floor, and like we'd be dancing in our garage, and like my friends and I would be Snapchatting each other while we're in online classes. The audio sync is completely off. Like that was a time period. Insane. But I'm really glad that I didn't have to like finish any of my high school during that period, because I cannot imagine what that would be like. I'm getting flashbacks. Good, I've been having flashbacks. Now I'm gonna put you all through the same pain. Enjoy. This is what I've been dealing with the last few days. I was in year 8 in lockdown, so I did no homework, no detentions. That's fair. I've heard that like basically like 2020, no one did anything. Part of me, I need to yawn. Oh my gosh. Oh, guys, working from Epcot tires you out. Look, this is like literally first world problems. See, Bricktastic, I have tried that, and I've tried screen locking, but the problem is the search bar, and I can just press like timer. Like I feel like getting that brick thing and literally like hiding it in some area, so I have to physically get up and walk to it. Like that would give me enough time to think about the decision I'm making and make me realize, that's a bad thing. Also, those bricks are way cheaper than I thought. They're like 30-40 bucks. Still expensive to literally do something I should have the self-control to do myself. But I'll take it. Worst part though was the Zoom meetings, because they didn't work. Yeah, they were bad. Like Zoom dance, man, what a time. What a time. But like, I just look back and I'm like, I had so much time to live stream. Like I feel like everyone was live streaming. Like every channel, all of my friends who do YouTube and make content, we were all live streaming. We're all hanging out on Discord. We're like, everyone's just like, I don't know, was always around. Like I'm doing game streams, I'm doing build streams, I'm making like daily videos at some point. And I'm like, I could just not fathom doing that these days. Like there's no way. And like, I am enjoying doing a lot more mocks and like, you know, making higher quality videos, but like even then I'm like, I don't know why, I just feel like I do not have the capacity within myself to make like even like a quick review these days. And I definitely think, you know, reassessing how much time I'm actually spending doom scrolling on apps and things like that would help. But right now, I am struggling. Like, even I was reading, like, I was on Threads. This is how desperate we've gotten. I was on Threads and I'm reading about, like, CinemaCon and, like, people summarizing, like, the plot of Toy Story 5, for example. And it's like, oh, yes, Bonnie gets her lily pad iPad thing and gets addicted to doom scrolling. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's terrible. Oh, wait. That's literally me. I watched WALL-E, for example, the other day while I was building. And I was like, wow, that's so sad. Like all the people are floating on the little spaceship and their bones have like dissolved and they've all gotten like super fat because they haven't been exercising in space. I don't know if anyone saw, but like during Artemis, like they were saying the reason the astronauts exercise every 2 hours is so that their bones don't like dissolve, because that does happen in space, like in WALL-E. But like everyone's on the axiom and they're just in this chair that floats around. They're having conversations with this screen in front of their face. And I was like, that's literally happening now. Oh, like with the Ray-Ban glasses and the iPads. It honestly felt like a rude awakening. Like, I don't think I've watched WALL-E since I first saw it. So like that was the first time I'd seen it in years. Man, it was an experience. It was wild. Was I in college? No. I just went straight into full-time work, but then full-time work completely stopped. So it was like, oh, I have all this free time now. You know what I should do? I should restart my Lego YouTube channel. That was basically how lockdown went for me. What about you guys? But yes, I was very glad I didn't have to do that. Like, I feel like basically, like for me, lockdown from like March until June was basically just like, oh, I don't have to do anything. Like, it was just me existing, me having fun, me doing crafts. I was living at home. I was walking with my dogs. I started embroidery. I made churros in a deep fryer that I bought from Kmart in Australia. It was a great time. I was making little random TikTok videos just whenever I felt like it. I got dressed up in a Tigger costume to take my bins out. It was a time. And then from June onwards, I restarted my channel and I got super into that. So I just like did that, but that still felt like I was doing hobbyist stuff. And then my channel got monetized and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm making like some sort of money. This is good. And like things in the life didn't really pick back up again. So I just threw myself into my channel and like dedicated my entire life to it. And then we've gone from there basically. That's how that started. But yeah, it was wild. And it was so much fun. And I think about it now and I'm like, I haven't lost any more time necessarily, like outside of, you know, having to make myself dinner and like clean a house and deal with life admin things. Like, I feel like the life admin things is really like what is taken up all the time. But like, I don't know. I feel like I don't have any less time in the day. So why do I feel like I'm constantly struggling to like get stuff done? I don't know. I definitely feel like I need to work on my productivity. How did this stream turn into a self-therapy session for me? What is going on? How's everyone else doing? Clearly, I'm having a crisis right now, apparently. So we'll see about that. I'm fine, I swear. I think I'm just reminiscing a little too much, or not reminiscing necessarily. Anyway, I don't know. I know I got a comment, I cannot remember who said it, about my thoughts on Sabrina Cella. I don't know if you're still here, whoever said that. I watched it live last week and I was blown away. So Coachella, guys, is happening this weekend. I watched the start of the Cat's Eye set. I didn't finish it because by the time I turned it on, it was like already a live replay and I was like making sure that I was watching Sabrina live. The song Pinky Up has grown on me. I did not like it at first. Unfortunately, I really like that song now. I know that they sung Golden with the K-pop Demon Hunters girls, which is really cool. I'm sad that Manon's left. I don't know a ton about them. I'm learning recently, but Manon was my favorite from the Gap ad, so I was sad that she left, or got kicked out, or is on hiatus, whatever the deal is. It sucks. Sabrina's set was fantastic. Justin Bieber did honestly slightly more than I thought he was going to, but it was disappointing. I was really looking forward to it. Like a lot of other people, I was very much looking forward to Biebercella. I like that he was like singing along to his old YouTube videos. I thought that was a really cool like way to like, you know, reminisce on the early days of his career. But the fact that he started watching memes about himself very quickly cheapened the idea and turned me off. I'm glad I didn't stay up and watch that live. And then what else? Oh, I saw clips of like Pink Panthers. I bet you, guarantee, Zara Larsson is performing with her this weekend. I know she's at the festival now. There's no way that she is not getting on stage with Pink Panthers, and I'm going to lose my mind when that happens. I love Zara Larsson so much. And then I saw clips of like Juiced, who was a Eurovision contender for the Netherlands a few years ago, if you didn't know, and he got disqualified. And he did this song called Euro Papa, which is like the most Eurovision song ever. And he was performing it, and his set's at the same time as Sabrina Carpenter, and I was like, honestly, if I was at Coachella, I would probably just go to his set instead, because like, you know, Sabrina Carpenter's gonna have a huge crowd. Like, I feel like I'd rather just go and like have a great time dancing to this other one. It would be so fun. So I'm just enjoying having you back on live. Thank you, Master Jedi. I'm glad to be back. I can't guarantee that this is going to become a super regular thing again, although I do think I'm going to try and make more of a conscious effort whenever I buy a set to do it. Like, I'd love to do one when I get the new Hogwarts Castle stuff in June when that comes out. I won't be doing it for the F1 helmets because I have another idea for that I need to do building with. Otherwise, I can't even think of like any like sets that I'll be buying in the next few months. Maybe Shrek when that comes out. But that's not going to be for a while. We can't be nostalgic for lockdown. We ain't going down this path. Definitely not. Definitely not. However, I am nostalgic for how much time and productivity I had back during that period. Can't complain, just turned 30, congratulations. Doing a convention next week where my lug is selling their own Lego set based on my own design. That's really cool. And doing this Disney Series 3 CMF as Brickheads. Nice. Cam, you sound very productive. Oh, Lego K-pop Demon Hunters is gonna be great. I wonder if it's gonna be like BTS, where like a bunch of people try to scalp it to begin with and then realize that it's just on the shelves regularly. It always happens. Always happens. I watched Sabrina live last week and I'm planning to tonight. I think I might, although I am so tired after today that I might try and go to bed early. I don't know. I would like to see Sabrina again. Her like performance was incredible. Like, the show she puts on is insane. And like, I was like thinking about it, like during the show, I was like, dang, I miss her long hair. I loved her hair during like her Emails I Can't Send era, and like when I saw her at the Eras tour, it was so pretty. And like, she looked great, don't get me wrong, but I was like, dang, kind of missed that. But I was watching it and I was like, wow, like I feel so lucky that I went to like the early short and sweet tour shows, because like it's so much has changed since then. Oh my, this is a problem. Guys, we have a problem. I have these leftover. These are not leftover pieces. Oh dear. I'm assuming there's one for each side, given the fact that I have two of them. Oh no, this is a problem. Your child is 15 years old. When my girlfriend broke up with me in October, they're sad. I've moved on now, I'm doing good. I am really glad you're doing good. Also though, the journey that comment just went on is insane. I did get that notification pop up the other day though, and I was like, oh my God, my channel is old enough to drive a car next year. That's so many years. Oh, Shrek Brickheads are definitely happening. I'm not going to get the Triceratops. I really like the look of that set though. It is so cool. Debbie's coming first. I wouldn't be surprised. So I wish your original Diagon Alley girl set for weeks. I loved that. I still love that set. I think I've got it here. Maybe I left it in Australia. I can't remember. All right. I'm going to slow down my talking for a second while I figure out where I've gone wrong. I think it's here. Oh, this is the problem with Technic. Now I've made a mistake and I don't know how to fix it. Okay, it is definitely, oh shoot. It's definitely this portion. Too many pins line up. No, it can't be. Because this is wrong. Oh no. Bear with me. Bear with me. See, funny you say that, Aiden, because I was at Disney today, which is why I'm so tired. Out of nowhere, thinking about what I want my May 4th haul to be. Spoilers for my yappy video that I was gonna post, but me and May 4 this year, we ain't doing anything. I used to love May 4th. I still do, don't get me wrong. Okay, this is why I can't figure it out. I've screwed up 2 pieces. I am not getting anything from the May 4th haul. Firstly, I love the promo. I love the UCS set. The UCS set is so good this year. It looks incredible. It looks like I'm looking into a microscope. I've been told I have a very funny, like, focused face. I wonder if that is the face that I am pulling while I've been trying to fix this. It probably is. I wouldn't be surprised. But yeah, May 4th this year, like, the promo's great. The UCS set is great. But, like, I'm starting to go through the same feelings with LEGO Star Wars as I've been experiencing with LEGO Marvel the past few years. And that is just that, like, I'm not feeling super into it. Like, I have not watched a single one of the Mandalorian and Grogu trailers. Besides, I think I watched a little bit of the, oh shoot, I just broke off so much there. I watched a little bit of the very first one and I saw the Super Bowl ad, and that's it. I just feel like so disconnected from the universe. Like, I don't know, the TV shows these days, like, it just felt very bland. Like, I loved the first season of The Mandalorian. I really enjoyed the second one, even though it was very much like, okay, we're gonna go and progress this plot line now, but wait, we can't. We need to ask this random character for help. And now we're just like stuck basically asking them for help for the entire episode, and then they don't really give us a piece of helpful information. Like, I remember speaking about this when it came out on live streams. And the third season of The Mandalorian was just, it was boring. I'm sorry. Hold on. Where have I gone wrong now? How come this one is connected and this isn't? Bear with me. Bear with me. And then on top of that, the LEGO Star Wars sets have been disappointing. Like, we all know, I'm a playset person. I love my playsets. They're so much fun. What is with this build? Where am I going wrong? Okay, I've definitely got the Technic pins in the right spot. Oh dear, I'm having to take this out. See, I don't know. Bjorn, I honestly feel like Dave Filoni taking over could be a problem. Because of the fact that I feel like everything he does, like, he loves to reference his own work, which, look, fair enough, you know, you did do a lot of really cool stuff. But, like, I feel like everything he does now is just a reference to his old stuff. Which, like, what happened to the creativity? Like, he loves the universe and he definitely makes sure that he's doing his research. Like, there is no doubt about that. But I wish... Where have I gone wrong? What is wrong with this thing? Something is very deeply wrong. Nothing is lining up, and I'm not entirely sure why. Oh dear. All right, well, you know what? I honestly think it's at the point where this is too big of a problem that I'm going to have to completely take this apart and figure this out off stream. Whoopsies. So we're just gonna put a pin in that and we'll have a quick conversation and wrap up this stream so I can fix this. I'm also getting very tired and I don't really know why. But yes, I don't know. I'm just not, like, I'll go and see The Mandalorian and Grogu, but I'm not super looking forward to it. And like, I tried to watch the mall show the other day. Like, I don't know, I couldn't super get into that either. I will revisit it and I'm gonna give it a proper try, but like, what the heck just happened? That was really rude of my computer to do. I think it's just because like I was fiddling with a cable and now my other camera is not plugged in. Whoopsies. Come on, camera. What if I unplug it and plug it back in? Maybe that will fix itself because it's a much better looking angle and lighting than my laptop webcam. There we go. That's better. That was insane. Oh dear. Yeah, I think I have a skid plank issue, Zod. And that's what this is. We're now in an HR meeting. Guys, welcome to Zoom. I hope we're all having fun time. But yeah, Star Wars, I agree, Rune. It's in its flop era. I'm not feeling it. Like, it's such a letdown. Like, there's no play sets. I really like the midi-scale Venator and the midi-scale AT-AT. Honestly, the Death Star, looking back, one of the better sets. The Smart Play stuff should have been released under Ninjago. Like, I feel like it was a really big mistake doing it with Star Wars at the launch. Like, that was rough. You should do it on purpose. No. Bring back the Zoom vibes for a split. That is a terrible look. Whoa. Double view. There you go. Zoom is back for a split second. But yeah, I'm not feeling it. Big FanFest nights. I wanted to go to that so bad. The fact that they're doing a Scooby-Doo pop-up thing that's like kind of like Halloween horror nights themed. I'm jealous. Close up of you rubbing your nose. No. Not happening. 5 Freddy nights. They're doing 5 nights at Freddy's at FanFest? Maybe they're not. I don't know. It would have been, no, Ninjago would have been so smart. Although I feel like with the way that Ninjago is going right now, it's very interesting. Like, I'm watching the Ninjago 15th anniversary chaos from a distance because like, you know, I'm friends with Brickmaster Harry. Naturally, I follow his POV Bricklens account, and that's completely blown up. And like, I love reading the comments, and now I'm getting recommendations of content on TikTok about like people talking about him, and I love reading the comments on that, and I'm just like, what's going on? And I'm like reading, oh right, that you're talking about last year's Halloween Horror Nights. Yes, I went through the 5 Nights at Freddy's house at Halloween Horror Nights last year. I loved it. It was so good. I do not handle haunted houses well. But I was like, I have to go through this because I want to see these animatronics in person, and it was so good. I loved it. I would have taken photos, but in Orlando, they don't let you film, which is annoying, or take photos, which is, I guess, kind of good. But I really wanted a photo of the Freddy Fazbear sign and the animatronics singing. I need to watch those movies. I tried to watch the 5 Nights at Freddy's movie the other day, but I could only find the second. For some reason, whatever streaming service I was using only had the second one. I think it might have been Peacock again. Peacock is the worst streaming platform. Also, how come every time I open up the app, I have to scroll like 3 chapters down in order to access the your watching history? Pathetic. Pathetic. Not a fan of that. Someone sees Ray back. I really hope they commit to the Ray movie. I really do. And I agree, Aiden, like, I want to see some creativity with Star Wars again. Like, I loved the Skeleton Crew. That was so much fun. I want to see more stuff like that. And I think that's my problem with the, like, Mandalorian and Grogu movie. Like, I don't know. I feel like it's just, I don't know. I feel like it's going to be a letdown. Like, it's just going to be one long episode, basically. Like, I feel like it's not going to be that special. And, like, we're going to bring Zeb back because Cam, ooh, you've used your members message. really aging everything with streams. Miss your streams, bring them back. I will occasionally. Pick a Disney character who you want to see as a Brickheads. I really want to see Aurora. Princess Aurora, my girl. I mean, Ariel's my favorite, but like, she has an official Brickhead. So otherwise, I would like to see Aurora. She's so cool. Or Mother Gothel. Ooh. Speaking of, I'm so excited for the Tangled live action. I can't wait. And now they're gonna ruin DC. I don't know. I don't think they're gonna ruin DC, but it's like, ugh. Oh, Brenna, I have not tested that. I've only watched Parks and Rec on Peacock so far. Oh, that's Paramount. Okay, that's fine then. Imagine you getting your show hacked by a mute puppet. I mean, technically I have a puppet. I have a Muppet of myself. Also, the Muppets are back, guys. Did anyone watch the Muppet special, or was that just me? The influencer, hypebeast, and reseller takeover of Ninjago has been frustrating to see as a longtime fan, but I'd rather not panic since after a while they'll leave and move on to the next thing. True. I don't know necessarily how that happened, right? Because like, Harry obviously has been doing a lot of Ninjago content because it's the 15th anniversary, there's cool sets, he gets sets from LAN, he works really closely with his bricks and minifigs. But then like, what is the deal with the Lloyd ZX figure? Because from memory, right? Like, this was the area of Ninjago that I'm familiar with, right? And wasn't the ZX like the dragon suit versions of the original like characters? Because I was one of those dragon sets, and I remember seeing ones where there was like, it was a torso and it had like a dragon print on it. Like, is that the figure we're talking about? And also, what is so special about this figure? And why is it so expensive? And like, what is going on with the like hype beast reseller stuff? Like, how did that start? What's going on? Rainbow Connection is a banger. I do agree. I love the Muppets. Thank you, Cam. I will. I meant Mendo. Oh. Yes, I agree. I mean, also, like, the fact that it was like, oh yes, Grogu, you know, you're gonna go train with Luke. Okay, you're actually immediately gonna come back. Like, they're not committing to any decision that's going on. Which, like, it's just disappointing. DX the Dragon Suit ones. Okay, so why is this Lloyd so expensive? Because I remember Lloyd came out, so the first wave of Ninjago, there was the Rock Dragon set and there was an Ice Dragon set, I think. I really wanted Jay's Electric Dragon, but I never got it. And I can't remember when Kai's Dragon came in, but then Lloyd was introduced in the following one with the green box art in what, season 2 with all the snakes? So where did Lloyd's ZX outfit come from? Because I'm pretty sure those ZX outfits came out there. Oh, DX. It's a non-canon figure from a Target cube, basically. So is that why? Because it's a Target exclusive, and it was like, I guess it's a US only thing if it's a Target exclusive, because like, I don't know. I'm trying to figure this out. I don't know why. Because he wasn't officially in the pilot episode. So they just like retroactively made him? Also, why does everyone care about him all of a sudden? If it's the 15th anniversary and Lloyd wasn't even in the original show and the original wave, because it was just the 4 of them. Okay, so, oh, it's DX suits, okay. Because yeah, he was never a part of that original one because there were 4 golden weapons. The whole thing is that he came along and he's, ooh, the secretive green ninja. Oh my gosh, he's related to Garmadon. So like, why? Because it's not canon. Why does everyone want him? I don't understand. Lily, what a poor time to join, because now you've joined at me trying to understand Ninjago lore. Right around the 15th anniversary, began in January and February. A bunch of resellers bought out figures from eBay, Bricklink, and BAM and started reselling them. That is so scummy. What the heck? Because like I knew the anniversary was coming up because there was like all the like 15th anniversary, like, you know, promo and like exclusives that were happening, but like, really? I mean, I guess they knew that like it was going to be popular. Like, that's also why I made sure to buy my like Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, for example, before No Way Home happened. Because I knew that they were just going to like go up. That is insane. Michael, thank you very much for the context there, because that is really helpful. So I guess a $50 spend, like what? So did they used to like regularly cost 5 or 15? That sucks. Just wait until you get to the newest season. I am not going through them. So please tell me who the original first Green Ninja was. Was it Garmadon? Man, those original Ninjago sets were so good. Then influencers started making videos about the rarer figures of the theme. What is NRGJ? Wait, so Jay's DX figure's rare too? Was that because it was in the Lightning Dragon? Was the Lightning Dragon exclusive and that's why I never got it as a kid? Because I always really wanted that set. I thought it was so cool. Jay was my favorite and I loved the design of that dragon and I wanted that dragon. But I could never find it or never got it and like, that makes sense. It's not like the figure was cheap before this year. Okay, so what was it, like if I was to buy one last year, how much would that figure have cost? With the Ninjago price hike, I looked at my little Ninjago stuff I had. Yeah, Samukai is so expensive, and I'm so annoyed because I lost him years ago. I used to have him. I made a video about why they would never make him as a spinner, and spoilers, it's because he was so top heavy, and I don't know where that Samukai went, because I have the Garmadon's Fortress lying around. That's a cool set. It's such a cool set. Like, I have original Nia lying around somewhere. I have original Kai. I've got original Jay. I'm annoyed because I got rid of all the trading cards. I don't know what happened to them. Like, I had them in an IKEA tub for years and they just disappeared. So they had no choice but to cave into the resellers and whatnot live streams. But why didn't people, I guess wanting to buy the old stuff, right? But it's like, if you know it's inflated right now, like, how come people didn't hold off? Or like, are just people that desperate? Traded my OG Zane spinner as a kid. See, I had the pack where it was like Jay and whatever the skeleton was called. I had the Sensei Wu one, the Garmadon one. Cole, I had as well. Those old spinner packs were so cool. When I saw them like in person recently, like sealed, man, what a nostalgia trip. Those spinners were so cool. Like the original Ninjago stuff, like I know that the show has become way bigger than it is. And like the sets are like, no, it's huge now. But those original sets were so good. Like they were amazing. And like, I love what Ninjago is doing these days. They have some incredible stuff. The dragons, the mechs. Like, I'm not going to watch the show. I'm not going to buy the sets. But like, I admire this stuff from afar. I'm like, this is awesome. The temples were always really cool. I always loved the temples. It was so good. I'm also waiting on the Shrek CMF lineup. I mean, guaranteed it's going to be Shrek, Fiona, Donkey, Puss in Boots. I really hope they do the Fairy Godmother, Prince Charming. That would be so good. The King, the Queen. What's that? 8. Lord Farquaad with Gingy mold. Oh, that'd be cool. Pinocchio, maybe, question mark. Maybe not. I don't know how that would work with Disney. Can't think of who else. I'm at 9. 9. You don't have an IKEA in your state? That is so sad. Oh my gosh. Lily, I would love your Samukai. Oh my gosh, that'd be so fun. I'd love to have him again, but then I need to get an original spinner so I can like recreate that video. Let's go. An authentic Swedish IKEA. I'd love to go to a Swedish IKEA. Lego was so different in 2011. Like, I think that's one of the things that's turned me off about like Star Wars playsets. Like, I still love Star Wars playsets, but like I have noticed that like Lego playsets these days, they have no features. Like, I'm buying a couple, like I love buying playsets so much. Like, that's one of my favorite things, right? But I'm buying these like sets and I'm looking at the boxes and I'm like, where are the play features? Like, I recently rebuilt the like Buzz Lightyear set. Like, it's next to Sim, but you can't see it. But I recently rebuilt my old Buzz Lightyear spaceship. Those stickers are cracking and peeling like nobody's business. Pardon me. But there is no play features. Like, in the manual, it's like, oh yeah, you get this little bike and you can like flip it up and down and you can open up the inside and you can put figures in it and like you can go and shoot things and this cockpit opens, or like there'll be flick fire missiles and there'll be gears that turn in things, and like, where is that these days? I'm not seeing it happen. Guys, we're at the point in the stream where I'm reclining. That's how you know we're relaxed right now. It's so sad. Like, Oh, I want to see play features. Like, I remember when I built and put together my 2013 gunship, and I was like, oh my gosh, it has a carry handle. Oh my gosh, the door's open. Oh my gosh, I'm pretty sure it's got flick fire missiles. I can't remember. Oh, yes, Indiana Jones is a great example, Lily. I like the original, I can't remember what it's called, but the temple with the boulder, I had that and I played with it so much. Like, there were spears that you could fire from the walls. There was a boulder that went down. You had like things you could move. And like the new one, like, you know, it had things that you could rotate. Like, honestly, I thought that adult playset had more features than the kids playsets that they released for Indiana Jones. Like, exactly. Like, they're basically small UCS sets. And the thing with Star Wars is that, like, kids aren't into Star Wars right now. Like, think about it. When I was a kid, granted, I did not watch the Clone Wars as a kid. I watched it as an adult. But when I came out, the Clone Wars was huge. I would turn on Cartoon Network. There's advertisements everywhere. Then I would turn on Disney XD or whatever, or Disney Channel. It was like, oh, Star Wars Rebels. Like, they're advertising that. And there was so many of those shows for kids. Like, whether it's like, you know, 8, 10, like 12, 14, like teenagers, whatever. They're all watching it. They're all the ones that are buying playsets. And then on top of that, the playsets were still detailed enough that adults would buy them. And I can't help but think that it's like the whole internet thing as well. It's like, all right, so now kids aren't interested in Star Wars. Like, the sequels flopped. All of the TV shows that are coming out are for adults as well. So there's nothing for kids. Young Jedi Adventures, they did that, but that's about it. That's only going to get you so far, right? So kids aren't buying Lego Star Wars because there is not Star Wars for them that they're interested in. They don't care about it. So all of the play sets are being bought up by adults for the most part. And that's why, especially now, because the Mandalorian and Grogu movie is coming out, right? We're gonna do sets that tie in with that. But the only thing kids care about is Baby Yoda. So every single set is Grogu themed, right? Like, so what are we gonna do for adult play sets? Okay, we're gonna make them Clone Wars themed because all of the adults, they love their Clone Wars stuff, whatever, and we don't wanna make the UCS sets because if we do a UCS set based upon the prequels, it's only gonna be those ones. And they don't have as much money because the economy is terrible and they don't have the disposable income that the grown adults do who can afford the big ones. So we're going to do a big Death Star. That appeals to everyone, right? We're going to do Jabba's sail barge. Again, appeals to everyone. You know, we'll do the Venator just to make them happy a little bit. We'll do the Razor Crest because, like, you know, we'll mix it up. But it's like the play sets, they're all building them for adults. They're not building them for kids, which is why they have no fun play features. But then because they have no fun play features, kids don't care about them. Like, a kid will see a set on a shelf, a Star Wars ship, and they'll be like, wow, that's cool, I'll get that. And then they build it and they find the play features and they'll discover Star Wars eventually, whatever. But it's like, now, all of these sets are built for adult standards. Now, look, in my own reviews, I've talked about, yeah, I like this set, I'm going to display it, is it accurate? But like, I like playing with the play features. When I build a set for the first time, I want to play around with it. Like, from memory, correct me if I'm wrong, in my reviews, we'll talk about the fact that it's like, oh, this set is really good for both display and play. Or it's like, no, it's actually not really good for play, but it looks really nice on my shelf. So like, I'm happy with it. But it's like, I don't just want that in a set. Like, yes, I'm gonna put it on my shelf. I'm not playing with the play features, but I still want them to be there. And I think that's the problem now, is that like these play sets are so geared towards adults that they're not fun. And it sucks. And yet, kids do care about One Piece more than Star Wars. Like Fortnite and Minecraft. Like, you're telling me that a set on the shelf, like a kid is going to select Star Wars over Minecraft? That's not happening. Like, there's not enough Star Wars media for the kids to care, and the Star Wars sets are not geared enough for kids to care. And then I think that's the main problem with the Smart Brick releasing with Star Wars. It's like, the Smart Brick as a concept is cool, but like, it should have been in Ninjago or Lego City or Creator. Like, put it in like a lion or something so that the lion can roar when I move it. Like, that would be so cool. But it's just not happening. And it's like, I agree. The Ninjago spinner sets were peak. They were so simple. They were fun. They allowed kids to battle. And it took inspiration from like Bakugan. And like, there was another like spinning kids toy. The Beyblades. It took inspiration from that stuff, which like kids were loving, right? But like another thing, and I think this is going to be a really big plot point in Toy Story, right? It's like, I don't know if anyone saw in the trailer for Toy Story, but it's like Bonnie's got her toys and she's walking up and like all the kids are on iPads. Like they're not playing with toys either. It's not cool to play with toys. And I think that also hurts it. So which is why Lego is like leaning so far into the adult market these days. But then it just means that like, I feel like a lot of Lego sets, they look really cool and the build designs are incredible. Like the designers are doing such amazing work. Like I am in awe of these sets. But they're not creative and fun, if that makes sense. And I mean creative in terms of like a play aspect, necessarily. Like every time we get a new theme, guaranteed, it's the same build style. Every single time, guaranteed, right? Shrek, buildable characters. Pokemon, buildable characters. When Mario first came out, that's actually a bad example. Let's take Mario out of that. But like Mario, right? Like adult sets. Oh, we get buildable Bowser. We get a buildable Piranha Plant. They're awesome sets. They sell really well. I'm not saying don't make them, but guaranteed every time. K-pop Demon Hunters is going to come out. All right, we're going to get buildable, what's his face? Derpy. Great. It's like ridiculous. The smart brick is such a weird thing. Like also, yeah, why is it only available in some countries? That's so strange. Like, Yu-Gi-Oh! Like I really feel, and that's okay, so another thing, right? Yu-Gi-Oh! Is getting its fan vote. We're making Yu-Gi-Oh! Sets again for adult. Like they're just making content and sets for adults solely now. I recently bought all the Ninjago spinners. Some of them were surprisingly expensive. Yeah, those old ones are so expensive now. I looked at them a few months ago and it was ridiculous. I play with toys when I can go on Fortnite and crap on 30-year-olds. Fair. Like, I'm not surprised that Lego is going in the way it is, but it is a shame that, like, they're focusing so much on, like, these static art pieces. Like, the joy of Lego is, like, granted, like, building the set, but it's the fact that, like, you can interact with it as well. Like, people aren't buying these display pieces to rebuild them into stuff. And don't get me wrong, I love my Eevee Pokemon set. She's so cute. She's sat next to my Disney castle right now. I love my Disney castle. I love my Simba, but, like, I don't know. I think that's why I'm loving Speed Champions so much right now. Is because, one, they're making stuff that I'm interested in. Like, I love the F1 cars. I love Lightning McQueen. Oh my gosh, that set's so good. But it's like, it's a car. Inherently, it has a play feature because it has wheels. So I can do this with it. I would love to do it with the actual car I was building. However, I've made a mistake and I can't figure out where, which is why I'm no longer building it. Sorry. Sorry that we've hit this pause point. But, yeah. Anyway. I still can't figure out how to do that quick enough. But yeah, it's just like, it's so sad. It's so sad. Display builds are taking over play builds. Kids want to display more than play. I didn't consider the fact that kids would also want to display more than play. I mean, naturally, right? Like, kids always want to be like adults. Like, they look at adults and they're like, oh, they're so cool. I want to be like them. Like, that's why there's a problem with, like, young girls getting into, like, super, like intense ingredient skincare that's, like, damaging them because they see people online doing it and they want to be like them. And like kids are seeing all these like adults put things on display and they have their iPads and like it's cooler to like, you know, be on your iPad and do a TikTok dance and like all that. So like, why would you do that? Creator 3-in-1, balanced play and display. I don't know. I feel like all the Creator 3-in-1 set, granted, I haven't built that many, but most of the 3-in-1 sets I built recently like focus too much on the display. Like even the play from them is absent. The models are great, but like the pieces, like there's not basic pieces in them anymore. Yeah, unless you're that guy who builds the Millennium Falcon. I'm glad he keeps doing that. It's really fun. I do like it. I've been drinking Pepsi to stay awake and win the past. No, we're ending soon. I'm getting tired and you need to go to sleep too. If kids just want to display it because they're watching A4's videos. I mean, yeah. But also it's like, okay, so another thing with the display aspect of things, right? Like, think about it. Like, kids are watching Lego videos online, adults are watching Lego videos online, but most of the time it's adults making the videos. Like there are teenagers who go out there and make videos, but it's like very rarely they're gonna get traction. Like when I was a kid, right? Like, you know, my channel's no way as big as the adult channels. I didn't even crack 100 subscribers, right? But it's like there's all these adults being online being like, oh, this isn't detailed enough. It's not detailed enough. No. This detail's wrong. It's not accurate. It's wrong. It's not accurate. It's not detailed enough. I said the same thing over and over again. Anyway, you get my point. The turbo tank comes out, right? Oh, it's not detailed enough. Oh, actually, it's also very structurally problematic. Why? Because they were trying to focus too much on the detail, apparently didn't play test it, and then the entire thing just falls apart. So it's like, I don't know. Like, I definitely think that the problem is that it's like, there's, like, Lego knows. Like, they have the data, they do the market research. They know that adults are buying majority of the sets now. They always have, but it's just like now, it's like the kids aren't playing with them either, and I think that's ultimately the problem. I don't think it's ever going to change anytime soon, but it is sad to see, and I think it's an interesting conversation. The animal models have play opportunities. I mean, basic movement, I've noticed. Granted, my dolphins don't move, which sucks. Yeah, like I agree, Mr. Bricktastic. Like, I loved when Creator did all of those like houses and buildings and like, it was basically like city stuff, but like houses. Like, you got to build a neighborhood. Like, where do you get to do that these days outside of Lego Friends? I don't know. Do you have the Spider-Man minifigures? Definitely not. I'm gonna do a video on Spider-Man minifigures though in a few months. I remember watching people smashing the turbo tank. It's a good time. I mean, I think Lego Masters did give people the idea that they could build, but I don't know. I think like, because online, it's like you only stand out if you have an incredible mock that like, it's really discouraging. Like, I've been trying to get over my fear of mock building for a while because I'm like, oh, I'm not good enough. I can't do this. And I've been really trying to push myself. And I've realized like when I do push myself, I can do some pretty cool stuff. Like, you know, I'm building one of the Pokemon cards for the ideas competition because like, as soon as I found out about that, I was like, that's really cool. Also, they gave you like enough guidelines. So I was like, okay, like it gives me a nice starting point to go off. And like my sister has like been like collecting a ton of Pokemon cards and she's been making like Pokemon binders and things like that. And I thought it was really cool. And I was like, well, I quite enjoyed Pokemon. Like, you know, I had a few Pokemon cards as a kid. I wasn't super into it. You know, I never played the Pokemon games. I got really into Pokemon Go, but like, you know, I'm not the biggest Pokemon fan, but I do love it. And I was like, yeah, you know what? I'd like to try and make a mock of this. Like this would be a fun challenge for myself as a builder. And I built Mewtwo. I built Mew, and I am so proud of how my Mew looks. And I wish he was complete so I could show him to you. But it's like if I didn't push myself to try, like I would have never known that I could do something like that. Like it's like, I wish, like that's the problem. It's like, it's so hard and like discouraging sometimes. What happened to your old videos? I enlisted quite a few of them just because I was like, they're not getting many views. They're of topics that like aren't relevant these days. I still have them all, like, I just unlisted them because I was like, no one's clicking on them. Do you mock build with actual pieces? I like to do both. I prefer building with actual pieces, but I have been trying to make digital models first so that I'm only buying the pieces that I need, so that I'm not buying a ton of extra parts. So with the Pokemon card, for example, I built Mew digitally, and then I ordered all the parts, and now I'm building them physically for the first time. And the problem is I'm so close to getting this ideas card done, but I haven't figured out how I want to make Mew come out of the card and like focus on like all of the magic around him. Like I've got a bunch of translucent pieces, but I need to like finish that, and then I need to build it physically and build it digitally so I can submit it. So it'll take me a while. What you need is to practice your mock skills on rebuilding Dustin and Myrtle. I'm so out of it for Marvel. Oh, it'd be great. But yeah, you get a better sense of scale. Also, you can see what techniques actually work or not, because sometimes you can't see that digitally. Tricks and Bricks, thank you so much for joining. It is very early for you. I really appreciate it. Next room tour. I usually do them the same time of year, so it'll be October. That is insane. How's my first video at 10K? I mean, I know people usually go back to like the channel's first video, but that's wild. I still have the original Diagon Alley set. I just have it broken down in bags. You know, it's really annoying. Remember how there used to be a really expensive rare brick in that, and now it's super common, and I bought a ton of them in my lug bulk. It's a rough time. drive time. Anyway, we've just hit the 2-hour mark, and from the Europeans, they're all signing off because it's very late for them. And it's now 10 p.m. for me. I'm exhausted and I need to go and fix this McLaren. So I will catch you later. Unfortunately, we didn't finish. I have 3 bags left. That's way more than I thought I would have had left. If I didn't make a mistake, we would have definitely gotten further. But anyway, this is a really cool set. Technic is challenging and it is not a stream-friendly theme, unfortunately. We've come to realize. Whoopsies. Summary of this stream is that I'm not building Technic live ever again. I'm hopefully going to do some more streams when I buy sets. The problem is I'm not buying that many sets recently, but hopefully we'll see you again in June, if not maybe earlier. And I will be doing a members live stream this weekend because I know I can't do it next weekend and I do not want to miss another month. So I'm gonna go and schedule that, and I will see you later. It was really nice to talk to you guys. I always like these streams because I feel like it's very chill, and I also get just a gauge of what everyone's thinking and going on and doing. It's very fun. So yeah, next member stream should be tomorrow. I will make sure. Who are you letting go at McLaren for Max? Don't put those thoughts in my head, because I want to say that it's Oscar because of how poorly the team has treated him sometimes. I feel like they did not support him the way that they probably could have or should have, especially last year. That being said, I do think things were extremely exaggerated online and in Drive to Survive. But I don't want it. Maybe on Whatnot. I currently have no more things I want to get rid of. So not on Whatnot anytime soon. And yes, I am coming to Skirbeck this year. Well, I haven't booked any flights. I have signed up for Skirbeck. I've bought full day tickets and I have Skirbeck accommodation. I just haven't done the flight part. So I'm like basically confirmed for Skirbeck. But I'm also far enough detached that I could cancel if I need to. But at least right now I plan on going to Skirbeck, which would be really good. So yeah, won't be at Bricktastic Chicago, but will be at Skirbeck. Yeah, it was very fun. I'm glad I got on stream. Thank you all so much for watching. Bricktastic and Girl Bricks a lot as well. Thank you again for your donations. That was very much appreciated. And I hope you all have a great night. Thanks for hanging out with me. And I'm sorry the stream has been slightly out of focus this entire time because my camera doesn't want to cooperate. Don't we love that? Anyway, good night. Thanks for hanging out with me and enjoy. I'll hopefully see you on the second channel, Holly on Air, in like, definitely not tomorrow, but maybe Sunday. Maybe Sunday once I edit my rambly video. Bye guys.